Hello everybody, my name is Doomfish, and in today's video I'm going to show you how you can make a ice farm like the one you see behind me. This ice farm is pretty big, it's 20 by 20 area, so that is 400 blocks of ice every time you decide to harvest this thing. And the way it works is just some source blocks on this side and this side that are waterlogged, over some fence gates, or these can also be signs, and when you break these with a silk touch pickaxe, all the drops will fall into these water streams and get collected into these hoppers and into these chests over here. So let's show you the materials you're going to need to build this thing. So you're going to need a silk touch pickaxe, as you can see, a source of water, 8 hoppers, 16 chests, around 72 stairs, around 12 stacks of solid blocks, and 400 fence gates or signs. I use fence gates because they are a little bit easier to place, even if they are a little expensive. So first up, once you're in your snowy biome, because this is necessary to generate ice, we're going to want to place around 8 to 9 blocks up in the air so we can build our farm. And what we're going to do is we're going to make a 22 by 22 by 3 hollow square. So what I mean by that is to go 22 blocks out in this direction and make a square facing like that way and head 3 up. I'll show you what it looks like when we're all finished. And it should look something like this when you're finished, with 22 blocks on each of these walls, so it's a 22 by 22 square. And as you can see, we're 3 high here. Next, what we're going to want to do is go ahead and place on this bottom block your fence gates or your signs all the way across. Now, if you use signs, you won't have to do anything else, just place them. But if you use fence gates, you will have to open them up when you are finished. And there we go. Took a while, but we've got all of our fence gates in here, and they've all been opened up. Next up, what you're going to want to do is head on this corner, or on this side right here, and on that wall right there, and just break out this middle row of blocks right here. Also break out this corner piece, and just go all the way down the line, like so. Then replace these blocks with stairs facing in this direction. And for the corner, it can be a little bit tricky here, but we're also going to want to put our stair like that, so it's curved like this. And then continue placing in our stairs all the way to the other side here. Now go ahead and fill each of these stairs with water. This is where you're going to need your water source, and I would recommend, if you have your infinite water source, to place some torches or other light block near it, because that will prevent it from freezing over in the cold biome that we're in. And as you can see, done it correctly, it should almost like lag out your game a little bit as all of these become source blocks, and that means that the ice can start forming. So as you can see, a little bit of our ice has started to form here. It's quite a slow process, but that's why we have this big area. What you're going to want to do next is head underneath to this back corner right here, or the other back corner, doesn't really matter. Head down 1 block, go ahead and head 7 this direction, so 7. Head down 1 here, another 7, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and do the same thing one more time, like so. And then what you're going to want to do is go ahead and build this out to the left, all the way to the other corner. Now that you're finished, it should look something like this, and these are where your water streams are going to go. So our next step is to go ahead and we're just going to build one more layer on this outside here. Just continue this so it's an 8 block wide rectangle instead of 7. And then we're just going to build our walls all the way up on both this side and the side opposite us. There we go. We can see from the outside we've got a wall up here and our wall up on the other side. Now we're going to place in some stairs back here. And to do that, I recommend breaking a little bit of this platform right here. Just to give yourself some room, because you can't really do it with these fence gates or signs in the way. What you're going to want to do is place these stairs just like we did above, where it looks something like this. Again, I'm just going to sort of work down the line and place them all the way across. And there we go. Now we can cover this up, and we can go ahead and waterlog those stairs from the other side. So now we're in the back right here, and it should be this row of blocks right here, one above this. And you should tell, if you pour water onto it, you'll hear the sound, but you won't see any water out the side. And just go ahead and carefully continue this on right down the line, all the way to the last block here. Now coming to the end, we'll see the water flows all the way down here. If you've done that correctly, you should get a pretty even stream of water. Now what you're going to do, after this left side here, go ahead and place 1 block right here, down a little bit, 1 to the left, and we're going to count another 7 blocks like we did before. 7 is the number where we can have 1 water stream and have it continuously flow down. So we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 more down, like so. Another 7. And 1 more 7. Like so. Then what we're going to want to go ahead and do is on this side, go ahead and place another stair like this. And we're going to want to cover this in blocks. So we have a sort of 3 high blocks set up here. And we're going to want to go ahead and build a wall just to keep all of the drops that are in here sort of away from this outside area, and so we can harvest them into our collection system. There you go, this side of the wall is done. Now what we're going to want to go ahead and do is build another one right here. And there we go, should look something like that. Now what you're going to want to go ahead and do is go ahead and waterlog this block right here. We should see it all flows down right to the end here, and it should even flow off the edge here a little bit, which is perfectly fine. So the last step is going to be our collection system, which is pretty simple. We're just going to head and place a temporary block here. We're going to go ahead and place down 8 chests, like so. Go ahead and make them double chests as well, by just adding another chest to the left of them. And then go ahead and add hoppers in the back, sort of near our water stream. And then the last step is to just cover up our water stream right here. We'll just go ahead and use solid blocks here, and where these chests are, you can go ahead and use stairs. That way the water is contained, but you can still open the chests. And if you've done it correctly, it should sort of flow pretty much to the end here. Sometimes you might have to update the water stream, which is just fine. Just go ahead and place a block here, break it, and we should see it flows all the way to the end. So now that we're finished, I'm going to head in our first example here that is completely frozen over. I'm just going to type game mode survival here, just like so, and I can show you the harvesting of this thing. So all it takes is a pickaxe, and it has to have silk touch, and I would recommend some degree of efficiency, so you can insta-mine this, and we can see all it takes is just sort of moving your mouse all around this, breaking all the ice, not worrying about really what you're breaking, and again, I would recommend using some sort of block that's a little stronger than your efficiency level, or using a bit of a weak pickaxe because it is very easy to sort of break the walls on your contraption here. But if you sort of aim, like you can hold your mouse still even, and just hold, I'm just holding right now, and I'm breaking all of the blocks, and I'm not worrying about breaking any of the side blocks. So we can do this all the way for the entirety of our system here. There we go, all but the last line is done. Now we'll see, when we break this line, our water flows back over, and it's going to sort of merge with the other sort of line of water sources. And you'll see once we break this block, all our water sources will reform, and we'll see that our ice will begin to form again, and then we can harvest it once that's all done. Looking at our storage system here, we can see that we've got a lot of ice in it, more in this chest, this is some of the blocks we broke, and even more here. So I believe this chest was already full of some. As you can see, we should get around 400 ice because we've got a 20 by 20 area up there that's being frozen. And we have more than that here just because we had other harvests. Alright, so that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed or found it informative, and if you did, don't be afraid to leave a like on the video. And you can subscribe for more content just like this in the future, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.